Oh, did you see that Philly fan who got in trouble for yelling?
I didn't listen to the rant, but I saw that apparently he was in true Philly form, being very rude to an
He
opposing fan.
was. So the opposing fan wore Green Bay stuff to the Philly game in Philly. And her boyfriend, husband, fiance person is a content creator. So he went there kind of with like provoking on his mind. He said he was going to go into the belly of the beast and root for the opposing team. Anyway, for some reason, his girlfriend, fiance, wife person got the attention of the Philly guy, and he's screaming at her, calling her a dumb punt or something close to that. And he's like, "Don't call her that." He's like, "Well, it's not my fault. She's a dumb cunt." Like he's like doubling down, and he's just like screaming, mouth frothing, kind of
Go
whatever.
Birds.
And everyone's like, we need to identify this fan. Even the Philly fans are like, let's identify this guy and get rid of him. And I'm like not
Dude,
that I've ever done that, but I'm like, that's how I was raised. You're supposed to protect your home court.
I read
Like
that
the
guy
other
already
team
lost his
doesn't
job.
get to cheer in Philly. The other team should be in danger if they're supporting the other team. Not like real danger, but like pushed around shoulder check danger. Like that's what they're supposed to.
Lightly assaulted.
Yeah. Like and to me, I'm like, that's sports. Like, don't do that. Don't dress as the enemy at someone else's home court. And it's almost like this morality play for me. Like, no. We deserve home court advantage. You can't come here, Pittsburgh, New York, Dallas or whatever, and make this your home court. No. It's us. And they're all yelling at him. And I'm like, maybe I'm the dick. Maybe you're not supposed to scream at people for wearing the wrong clothes. I don't know.
Is this the video, Kyle?
Well, I saw the video. It's like what happened. It's the aftermath. The guy got identified and fired.
Yeah, he lost his job and he's not allowed to go to games anymore. And I assume he's a pretty big Phillies fan, given how he so, patriotically supports his team.
And you just know that the girl and
guys, I think we should start a GoFundMe.
Yeah, this guy's just a hero from Philly defending the Eagles who clearly needed it.
We'll show his second grade school picture on this guy's being bullied by the national media for being a patriot and a Philly fan.
Dude, that's so funny.
Just save him. So was he just yelling that she was a cunt? Like, how long did it go on? Was it a whole game?
The video was pretty short. The video that we all saw was 18 seconds, something close to that. And he called her that twice during it. And they were coming back at him really peacefully and civilly. Like, no, they're the ones recording. Hey, don't say such unkind things. Like, I don't know what they were like as they riled him up, before the video, but or maybe he just reacted that way to the Packers uniform.
I bet he'd been drinking.
Yes, but I also don't think the Packers people were there on a charm offensive when they said we're going into the belly of the beast to rile up these Philly fans, rooting for the other team.
Hey, you're real victim blamey right about now. That's what I'm getting out of this.
No, I am not blaming the victim because the victim is that guy from Philly heroically supporting his team. He lost his job.
You're just hating on a patriot, Kyle.
Well, you don't love America.
I don't love Philly fans. They seem like the worst kinds of fans. I hope y'all lose the game badly. I hope it's because they deserve it. Like they really are.
We won the game. We're moving to the next round.
I hope you.
He means the big game.
I want you to get to the Super Bowl and lose because that hurts more. Not you. I know you don't really. You don't care. But Philly fans.
I'll be okay.
That guy, like that, you won't care at all. But like that guy will care if that guy gets to has to watch his team from home, go to the Super Bowl and lose painfully. That'd be beautiful. There was a couple of painful losses. Can't remember. It might have been the Packers game, or there was a fumble at the end, and it was like, oh my god. There's a couple of great games. I've enjoyed the playoffs thoroughly.
It wasn't the Packers game. The Eagles were pretty much in control.
Yeah, I've enjoyed the playoffs thoroughly.
That's good.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever really watched more than just a game here and there. But it's been a good season, and I think I just like the NFL football. I think there's been changes. It's a different feel to the game than it used to be to me. For one thing, I don't know, culturally, I hated the NFL during all that Kaepernick stuff, and it just
Okay.
seemed like every game had a black national anthem, and then we
Mhm.
had like the gay national anthem, and then
I hate that.
like and then like the rainbow and now the Rainbow Warriors will sing a song, and it's like, who are the Rainbow Warriors? It's like, oh, you don't know, they're that trans biker gang that protects kids. They're gonna come out and do donuts and
One national anthem,
Gonna ruin the field.
undivided, indivisible, right? Like we should all be on the same team here. This idea that like, oh, this is for the black national anthem, this is the American national anthem, this is the gay national anthem. Like, wait, blacks and gays aren't Americans? What? How is that
Yeah.
better? That's
Also, it's like more time. I don't even like it at the beginning of hockey games when like the Blues play against the Maple Leafs and they do both anthems. It's like, brother,
the
like,
reason
let's
you
get
don't
it
like
moving.
it is the Canadian anthem is clearly superior.
It's a good anthem. I'm not going to throw shade at that. I just want the game to start because
Yeah.
they blue balls you like when
world
you're.
is their anthem better? Ours is a battle.
I didn't say it was
Ours is
better.
a-
I said it was a good anthem. They have a fine anthem up there in Canada.
No,
Ask
they
anyone.
don't.
Canada.
What's it
I'm
about?
sure
What's the
there's
story?
other words.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
Like-
Canada.
yeah,
Ours
our
is
home and native land,
Yeah.
Ours is a fucking
true
battle
patriot
hymn.
love,
No,
Ah.
ours is a fucking
something
battle hymn.
command.
Badass. Ours you could play. Ours is great. It's beautiful. There are great renditions of it. Every now and then I hear somebody sing it so well, it bring a tear to my eye. I always like that when you see some of the big football players crying because the national
Mhm.
anthem's so good. I like that. I remember one year they had some maybe
Where do you see this?
on television at football games at the NFL.
Oh.
There was a country guy that sang a few years ago, and they were all out there crying. Everybody was. It's great. You're not
I have an
patriotic, Taylor?
NBA
You don't cry
question.
at the national anthem?
Not regular. Well, it fills me with pride, not with sadness. I'm a patriot.
I cry. I'm so full of pride that I cry.
You guys are nothing. I cry and I poop myself a little bit. I love America so much.
Sometimes I'm so overcome by emotion I vomit. All over myself because of my patriotism.
That's,
I
I've
wanted
gotten
to-
more into football this year, like big time. I've watched a bunch of NFL. I've liked it more.
More into pro football than college.
No,
Yeah,
not
not a
more
Georgia
so.
year.
I watched
Oh,
a
both.
Well, it was a great Georgia year. That's fine. I don't know what we ended up, but like it's a good year. You know what? Oh God, I'm glad I haven't talked about this yet. So first of all, you ever see Rocky 3? Remember Rocky 3? He's about to go in there and fight Clubber Lang, Mr. T, and there you have a scuffle right before the fight. Like they're in like the back area of the stadium, and Rocky's trying to get to his locker room, and Mr. T's going to his, but they bumped into each other, and there's a scuffle. And Mickey, Rocky's ancient trainer, gets knocked against the wall by Mr. T, and he has a heart attack and dies. That happened to our coach at the game that we lost. To
Your
Notre
coach
Dame.
died?
No, his mother died. She fell over and died at the game. The coaches did.
But
Was it
she
'cause of,
wasn't
like, a-
bumped by the opposing team.
I hope not. I hope some big Notre Dame
Some
bruiser didn't take
defensive
out.
linebacker was
Did they
taking
win the
out
game?
Coach's mom.
You know
Or did
they
they-
didn't.
No.
All the SEC teams lost in the playoffs. I think.
This,
Oh,
is
this
the
is a
Notre
playoff
Dame
game.
law. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, this is-
dude. So he's like, duh, well, this day can't get any worse. Oh man, what a horrible day for
his mom
football.
died at the game.
Oh,
she fell.
that
She got knocked
sucks.
and died.
That's really sad.
Really,
was-
his mom is the goat. They're the reason they lost. If she
I
had a
hope
little
not.
more toughness to her, maybe the coach would have had his head in the game. Just saying.
Well, I mean,
I-
he probably didn't know until
I
afterward.
don't think he knew until afterwards. I don't know what the timeline's like.
He's a
I-
ruthless coach. If he turned over and saw his mom death's door and then was like, next play's a blitz. Or like, we got to end this game quick.
Jesus, that I read that and I felt really bad. That's
Yeah, that does suck. I can't believe I didn't see anything about that. That's
No.
well, how old is she?
I don't know. But his mom died at the she got crushed at the game or whatever, fell down,
I-
mushed up.
If someone died next to you at like Like if I bought and I had really good seats at like the Blues game or something, and the guy next to me dies in like the middle of the first, I'm not gonna go home.
Dies of what?
Just sudden death.
Heart attack?
Just like the kind of death where like I ask him to get up when I'm like going to the bathroom in between periods, and he like is already dead, almost like Weekend at Bernie's, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's dead. But then I know that if I tell an usher immediately, they're not going to let me back to my fucking seats.
Wait, you're not even going to tell anybody?
Well, end of the game, because they're not going to let me back.
Sit next to a corpse
for like it's like an hour and a half.
What if he's just in a diabetic coma and he could be saved?
I would go like this under his nose. I'd say slurs at him.
Oh, well, as long as you go like this under his nose.
Yeah,
that's fair. That'll hold up in court.
Yeah, and also, this guy died, and also
like this under his nose.
And he ate his brat and popcorn. By the way,
that's what it would be. It would be the footage from TNT of you eating your second brat, and you would look over to the dead guy and like steal his fry or something. you'd be like taking his French fries or his ketchup or something. That's one of the things that's cool about the NFL. I think that each one matters so much.
Yeah,
college even more.
College even more. Although the playoff system takes a little bit away from the bowls as well as that tightrope that you had to walk every year of being basically perfect and being unbeaten.
Yeah,
and then the strength of schedule bullshit.
Playoffs. Like some team would go undefeated and not make the big game, and then some other team would take a loss or two. And
in 2000 or 2001, somewhere around that time period, USC won a national title when it was like they were like co-champs with like Oregon or something. They did some kind of crazy thing where like they were like, all right, you're number one, and it was awful. The original way that they would just vote and decide who was best. So a playoff is just so much better. It's a shame Georgia didn't win, but I think we're going to get down to the best team. We didn't have our quarterback, so it probably wasn't going to go well.
I forgot.
Yeah.
How did your replacement play?
Not good. Not good.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't score.
Okay.
I don't remember the final score. I try to scourge such things from my memory, but we might not have scored a touchdown. It might have been only 3 points. I don't really remember though, because again, I tried to
forget
those. Try to forget.